With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Trenton Simpson. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
They're going to look to throw. This one is complete to Jenkins. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
They go play action here on first down. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Browns offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll drop to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Trenton Simpson. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. 55-yard punt, 11 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Pacheco. Oh, good move. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 91 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 33. Pacheco gets it and tries the left side. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. The Ravens at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they come in riding high, just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
And I like the way that this team is winning football games because they're doing it the way that coaches love to preach. Penalties at a minimum because they've been very disciplined, very focused in their business.
Caught by Jones. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
And the Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Go ahead. Hey, report.
Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Here's 2nd and 3. A give right side for Pacheco. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And this time he is in. Isaiah Pacheco, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Ravens are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
But he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Over the middle, it's complete. 2nd down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 31.
They'll drop the throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. From from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. The Browns send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be taken at the 13. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Hey, report!
Throwing is Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Now it's Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Jackson now. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That's going to be caught. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Pacheco, touchdown, Baltimore. So his big first half continues, his 3rd touchdown already. They'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives? So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done. Yeah, well, the conclusion we draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Once again, Jenkins. 7 yards there and a 1st down. He used the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving? They'll look to throw now on 1st down. There's a short one caught by Fannin. To give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it's 2nd down. Jenkins going to run it again. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time. And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out
and made a really nice play.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he's been doing it through the air and on the ground to start the season. Currently leading the NFL in rushing yards by a quarterback here in the month of September.
No, we changed it. Oh. Wait on.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
To throw again is Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, and now some space to operate. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 30 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 33. From the gun, Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Running left to give to Pacheco. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 10-yard line.
Here's Pacheco once again. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
We change it. Hey, middle. 180. Go.
Here's Jackson to throw. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Nnamdi Madubuike able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So here's a 3rd and 14. Now back to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
At the 48-yard line.
180. 180. You. What is it? 180. You change it.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he fires one incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
To throw is Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, it's Pacheco. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Middle. Hey, middle. Hey. Oh.
Here's Jackson. Well, be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. They're all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Ravens open the lead up to 34-0. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
He felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a first and 10 at the 11.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. Touchdown! From 10 yards out. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And it is 42-0.
Browns nothing. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
The Browns take over.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their 35-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. They'll look to throw. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now 2nd and 3. In motion, the tight end. 2nd and 3. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
At the 18-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Give them 5 yards there, and it's enough for the 1st.
That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Here's Pacheco headed right. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So halftime. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the 2nd half in Week 8 in the NFL. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Ravens offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's putting together a very strong first half of the season. Currently the NFL's leader in touchdown passes. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
And the Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Hey, shot.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Pass caught, it's Lane with it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Back to throw. Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Lane. From the 25, here's 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 25-yard line.
Again, Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his 1st sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Hey, middle. 180! Nice shot! Yo. Shut up!
Handoff now for Pacheco. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 133 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
You. Shut up!
On On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens just continue to roll. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. There he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. 2nd and 13. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 18.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line. Let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Back to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Lewis Cine. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Jackson. Left side, got Jones. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Throwing is Jackson. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also...
And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And they'll run with Pacheco. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 164 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. They'll run here with Pacheco. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. So it's a high five for that one. His 5th rushing touchdown of the game as he draws ever nearer to potentially making a run at an NFL record. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So, the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Had open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
63, Browns nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
13.
Now it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Browns nothing.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Throwing Jones. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The home team's offense and their running back, Isaiah Pacheco, getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
That is caught. And he will have the Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Hey, 180. No, we change. Yeah. Hey. Sit up.
Jackson now. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 67 yards. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. The Browns set to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it first. At their 35-yard line. Now Jones. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. This offense so far on third down, it has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, partner, because in the old days, people would, they get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
On the slant, Burks. There he goes again. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Browns nothing. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Looking to put a drive together. Jones now throwing to start the drive. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 41, Jones. And this incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Yards to go.
Looking to throw. Jones. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
5 yards. Brings up fourth down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. He'll field this at the 5. Oh, look at the juke. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline...
And I think the Browns got it. They did. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Point after, right down the middle. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's Jackson to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
You at X. Yo, 13.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And this one's incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that would certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because
rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to have it here just past the 25. Now they get a 4th quarter pick for something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Pass caught, right side, Fannin. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones will swing this out to Jenkins. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space, because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Browns, 1st down.
They'll look to throw again. This will be caught. Judy. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
1 more yards.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here.